What's up to all my Cancers out there? Welcome to Pulse of the Cosmos. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of this week's astrology for the week of August 10th through the 16th of 2020. So, first of all, a little shout out to my subscribers out there. I've been doing this for all the signs. I know it's been a few weeks since I've posted. I appreciate you being patient with me. I have been moving a lot while seeking a secure location, but finally found an apartment where I'll be able to stabilize and create these more often for you guys. So I love you. Thanks for hanging in there. But we'll get straight into the astrology from here because there's a lot going on this week, you guys. We are in the build up to this new moon in Leo, and we're going through some major yod aspects this week with the sun and all this Capricorn energy and Neptune over there in Pisces. And a yod in astrology is the finger of God. So these are really destined moments in our life. And with the sun being kind of the focal point of this yod with these quincunx angles over to Neptune and Pisces and all of this Capricorn energy while they're sextiling to each other. And the sun for you guys is in your second house. So there's a lot of attention to already this area of your life, looking into your self-worth and your self-value and trying to stabilize yourself in certain areas of your life in that way. And this also deals with your physical worth and your physical value. And maybe are you connected, feeling connected to what you're doing to earn money? Does it feel connected to your worth and your value? These are all things that could be coming up. And with these kind of pressured angles over to this Capricorn and Piscean energy, with Capricorn being your seventh house, where we've had a lot of energy, as I've mentioned before, in the past few years since the end of 2017, looking into your relationships, looking into your partnerships, looking into anything that has to do with the spirit of a one-to-one intimate encounter. There's been a lot of transformation there, a lot of heavy transformation and destruction even in these areas. And as there's some pressure on the sun with all of this energy, we're looking at, are the relationships in your life connected to your sense of worth and your sense of value? And also with Neptune being over there in Pisces, your ninth house, are these relationships and are these people that you're surrounding yourself with connecting to a sense of conscious expansion? Are you expanding on this journey together? Or are there some restrictions there, some delusions there surrounding your friendship groups, even with Uranus going retrograde in your 11th house? Are there some things we need to look at there concerning the people that we're surrounding ourselves with? Are you getting lost even on some adventure that's really a delusion under the guise of, there's just kind of excitement there over something new and something different and kind of getting you out of kind of maybe this rut that you've been feeling in. But again, let's look at Mars as well, because Mars is in Aries, your 10th house, and he's going through all of these square aspects over to all of this Capricorn energy as well. So Mars in Aries, your 10th house, is giving you this energy and giving you this vitality and this drive and this ability to assert yourself in what you want in terms of your long-term goals and what you want in terms of your career path and what you want in terms of what kind of world you're trying to create for yourself. So it's really important to kind of direct that energy from a space of your higher self and not from ego as it's going through all these squares over this Capricorn energy in your relationship house. So we want to look at the people that you're involving in your life with some of these decisions that you're making and maybe evaluate maybe where there need to be some shifts or some changes or maybe even things that need to be let go of. And it all comes down and it all centers to, with that pressure on the sun, your self-worth and your value. Are these things and relationships that are feeding that? Is there a growth factor there? Or is it keeping you stagnant in some way? So let's peek in the cards and see what's going on for you guys there. My Cancers. Okay. So interesting. We pulled the Seven of Wands first. So Seven of Wands upright, it's kind of the ability to kind of rise above some situation where you're having to kind of be on defense, and you're kind of able to be the one to kind of rise above all of the kind of conflict and things coming your way. And this could be to do with things with your relationships, or connecting to your friendship groups, or feeling like these things are connecting to the divine and there's some conflict there. When we get it reversed, it becomes like the defense, you lose grip on that defense. You lose grip on that ability to kind of rise above it. So maybe there's a lot of stuff kind of bubbling up to the surface that some of my Cancers need to confront concerning their relationships, maybe stuck still in some toxic situations, or maybe re-entering into some toxic situations or toxic waters that we really need to look at here. In our challenge, we got the Hanged Man. So interesting here, because the Hanged Man kind of implies a sacrifice that we need to make, something that we need to kind of let go of, and it's not necessarily painless. I mean, he's hanging, but you can see he's kind of peaceful here, and he's even got this halo about him. And there's a sense of acceptance in this sacrifice that needs to be made. There's a sense of acceptance in this all being part of the greater good, and shedding some skin of some old self, or some behavior, or some pattern, to open up into something new. And I think this is the challenge, maybe an acceptance of some of these changes and some of these sacrifices that we need to make in order to rise above some of these situations. But the ultimate outcome here we got is the Fool. So this is definitely stepping out on that new adventure. We do again have Neptune in your 9th house, and this is connecting you to a very spiritual place of expansion and growth and conscious evolution. And I think for a lot of my Cancers, this is going to be the stepping into the unknown of that journey, and stepping into a space that's more aligned with your inner authentic self, where you have made some of the necessary sacrifices that might be painful, but are ultimately pushing you into a place of better alignment and more positive vibrations for yourself. And you are able to rise above and overcome some of these confrontations and some of these difficulties. But it's definitely about getting going on new places that are stabilized from a place of self-worth and value, and knowing that you are worth being experienced in your entirety, and that you have so much to offer this world, my Cancers. In any case, I love you all so much. I hope you're doing well out there, and I will be back next week.